know that the woman with the most piercings in the United States has 25,000 all over her body? That's a lot, right? And it stands out, just like my shirt. It stands out. The culture that I will be speaking of today is body modification culture. It pretty much stands out. So, but today there's many branches of body modification culture. It goes to haircuts. If anyone's gotten a haircut, you're part of the culture. If you wear makeup, you're part of the culture. If you have earrings, you're part of the culture. And if you go tanning, even in the sun, you're part of the culture just because you're not as pale as you were. Many things happen in this culture and it varies. People think it's just like getting horn implants or getting like thousands of piercings like the woman I just mentioned. But the branch that I will be speaking of today is ear stretching and then the plugs. This is the artifact that I have brought in to show you all. These will go in my ear and this is how my ear looks without it. It looks, yeah, most people don't like it. Most people don't like it, but I love it. And it means a lot to me and it represents a lot to me. These things, they come in many different shapes and sizes. This is pretty small to most people, but it's 7/8, which is close to an inch. An inch, I'll be able to fit a quarter in my ear if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So I have this, and they're like, it's really stretchy. Some people make them like this to put in their ear, and then they just stretch them out. They just go in and out like this. But there's wooden ones. There's some in the shape of a triangle, and there's some shapes in hearts. And some can get engraved. Like I saw this couple, he proposed to her with plugs, and that meant a lot to him. It represented something. And they did it at Warped Tour, an event. It's like a big concert. And I'm part of this culture, and I identify with it because there's a website called plugyourholes.com, and I'm one of the biggest volunteers for them. And by that, they don't pay me, but I get to travel with the bands at Warped Tour. I go to every single California date. I get 2 passes, so for me and a friend. But we have to go around saying, come plug your holes, and stuff like that. And I have to have these big ones, and I throw some out. But it's like a really big benefit, because that whole concert is huge. It's huge. And it's all day, and you get really nasty. And the thing is that everyone's plugs seem to fall out. You'll see a bunch at the end. So people will come with their ear ribs sometimes. That's what happens in this culture. Sometimes they get ear ribs, they get all bloody, things like that. So then I'll go and be like, you need to plug your hole, $2 for this. And I'll be like this, like that. So I promote for them. But it's a benefit for me because the culture represents a lot to me. This little plug represents change. If I have the power to put a giant hole in my ear, then I think I have the power to get out of this school in 3 years instead of 4. This represents a lot to me. And it shows me that I can change anything. It represents a sense of freedom. My mom saw these in my ear in 6th grade 7 years ago, and she was just like, no, take them out, take them out. They look disgusting. But I had to do it. It was a freedom for me since I wasn't able to do many things. Like, I didn't have a phone until like 8th grade. And everyone had like their little razors and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, well, call me on my house phone when everyone had a cell phone. So I just did this, and this showed me that I could do what I want without someone telling me, because it's my body. I can change what I want with my body. Now, I've done this ear stretching for 7 years, but it dates back. It's gained its popularity through this millennium, but it dates back to so much. Like, there's tribes in Africa that every tribe in Africa used to practice this ear stretching and even lip stretching. Like, till this day, there's people that still lip stretch, and that's a part of body modification culture. Like, they have this big ring right on top of their chest, and it's from their lip. I don't know how they drink out of it, though. I don't understand how that happens. Or some people have it, like, right under here, like, right above their chin. They stretch this, which I don't know how you drink. You have to use the straw all the time. So you can't get a bottle of water, it'll just fall out. So that happens. But this, even Buddha, if anyone's seen Buddha, the little big guy, the little gold big guy, he has the biggest lobes I've ever seen. But he could plug his lobes with one of these, but he doesn't choose to. He never chooses to. He thought it was cool. It sensed like freedom to him, and it gave him peace that he was allowed to do that. So that's what this represents to me and how I identify with it. But this culture has also changed many lives for many people, because like I said, someone proposed to a woman with plugs. I would prefer a ring, but she wanted plugs. But her size ears were 1 3/4 inches. They're pretty big. And my friend, Habo, he